Hi, my name is Alyssa Sanchez, and I am a level 3 gym member from New York. This past September in 2025, I had the privilege of attending the Noveyland retreat at Joshua Novey's house in Kentucky. It was absolutely amazing, and I want to start from the beginning of my experience with this retreat. So, I found out that there were still available tickets to go, and I told my now fiance that we should go because he had only attended two events at this point in our journey with the gin. And I had attended all the major events since I joined, plus some retreats that were hosted. And he, at this point, was only an associate level member. And I was always doing the training, always trying to plant seeds, crossing my fingers that he would show more enthusiasm like I had for the training. And he tried to register and he could not register as an associate. And right then and there, he made the decision, okay, if I want to go to this retreat, what is it? Only $1,000, 1,500. I remember in that moment, but he made the commitment to make the full investment to become a full level 1 gym member in order to go to this retreat. So if you're thinking this is just a regular retreat, that just shows how the energy of being around gym members is very impactful, because he saw the value in spending intimate time with other gym members for a few days, that he was willing to make a $1,500 investment in one shot just to go to this retreat. So now comes to the time of the retreat. We ended up taking a road trip from New York to Kentucky, and we got there pretty late. It was definitely dark out. I believe everyone was pretty much sleeping already. And Josh was very kind. He understood that some of us were driving from other states. I know some of us came from as far as Florida. And he made sure everyone got in safely, which was very, very accommodating. I want to say we got there maybe around like midnight or 1 a.m. And we had our own room and we had the best sleep ever because the space that he's in, not only is the energy very high in Josh's house, but it's so peaceful being in, like, he's like a ranch area. We ended up going for a drive during the daytime, and there were a lot of ranch farms with horses and just lots of land everywhere. So he's about an hour from the main city, one of the closest cities, because we had a Tesla and we had to go charge it and get some stuff. I don't remember what, but just think about it. If you come from a city like New York or another city around the world, how impactful all the different vibrations and frequencies that you're being attacked with on a regular basis, that when you get to a place that's this tranquil, you just get to fully relax. It was amazing. And there wasn't even need for I use a sleep mask in my apartment because we get a lot of light pollution here. There was no need for it. It was completely pitch black with just the door closed and the blinds shut. Like, even you didn't even need blinds because it's just pitch black, perfect for a good night's rest. If that isn't reason enough to go in the daytime when everyone was awake, and we had a family style breakfast. Josh cooked for everybody the entire weekend, all three meals: breakfast, lunch, dinner, even snacks. And it was so nice to be able to sit together at the dining table. I personally never grew up like that. It would only be for like special occasions, like the holidays or celebrating something, that I would get to sit at a dining table like that with family. But this was just the everyday routine. We'd wake up, we'd eat together, we'll go about our time there. We would go on a morning hike. And I would say the most impactful moments were definitely when we were sitting around the table together, just talking and getting to know each other. And I think that's really what this retreat and opportunity is about, is solidifying those relationships. As I mentioned, I've been to many in-person retreats, in-person events already since I've been a gym member. I believe 5 in total, maybe, possibly. And they're fun. But it's very challenging to actually spend time with the people you want to get to know better, because you want to talk to everybody and you're just one person, so it's not possible. But when it's only a handful of people, no more than 20 people, it's much easier to get that one-on-one time with everyone. For example, I was able to actually do some yoga with Brian Coons, who, by the way, brought us, I think his mom made cinnamon buns and fresh watermelon with seeds. And if you're into health, you know how magical watermelon with seeds is. Like, it's a rare find nowadays, especially if you live in a city. And we got to do actually the yoga that Kevin recommends, the 28 days Riddleman yoga. I believe it's a book. It's on the recommended book list. I know that. But we got to do one of the sessions together, which was pretty cool because I've been interested in trying it, and he was actually doing it, so we did it together. And I got to spend time with another higher level member. Her name's Heather Purdue, and I got to know her a little bit more, and find out how interested she is in doing health, and how she helps people through a specific kind of therapy. Um, and many of the other gym members that were there as well. Just the fun facts you get to know that you would probably never know if you met them at a major event. So if you're interested in getting to know other gym members, this is an amazing opportunity. And I know that I saw Anthony, my fiance, really benefit from that as well. The value we receive from getting to know other members, and us being in that space as well. We got so many compliments on our relationship, which was really beautiful and loving and touching to us. And we also, to top it off, we're able to spend time in nature. So, as I mentioned, we're from New York, and it's challenging at times to get authentic time in nature, genuine, real time in nature. They cut down a lot of trees to build a lot of big buildings, and you gotta travel to get into like a real, genuine, like nature area here. And there you just walk outside the front door, and it's just acres and miles of land and trees. You see all beautiful animals. And every morning, Josh took us on this beautiful hike. And we also were able to build a fire together and sit under the fire, around the fire at night under the stars, is what I meant to say, and just talk to each other. And, it truly was a magical experience. And if you're considering going, take the chance, because if you feel in your heart you're meant to be there, follow that intuition and take full advantage of getting to know your other gym members. Because I heard Ron Ball say at an event once, you never know when you're going to meet your next champion, and they could be at this retreat. So that's my testimony and my experience with Noveyland, and I highly, highly recommend that everyone experience it for themselves at least once.